Malachi chapter 4 is the last chapter in the Old Testament. And as it wraps up the Old Testament, we find there's coming a day when Jesus will come back to earth for a second time. It will not be like the first time when he came and he was lying in a manger, as everybody knows. But rather this time he will come to set the record straight. On this day, all eternal destinies in heaven and eternal consequences in hell will be sealed. The difference will lie in how people have chosen to respond to our Creator God, who sent His Son to die for us. Those who have rejected God will find this day to be a day of ruin. This will be their day where they are removed from the presence of God forever. However, on the flip side, those who fear the Lord have absolutely nothing to fear. This day will not be a day of dread. It will not be a day of gloom for believers. In fact, it will be one of peace and joy. The Bible says to fear the Lord is to know Him, and to know God is to obey God. And the obedience that God requires is that we simply face our faith, that we put our faith and our trust in God, that He did in fact send His Son Jesus to die for us and to die for the sins of the world. So as we wrap up the Old Testament in Malachi chapter 4, and as we continue to live in this world as believers, the question I want to ask you is this: how can you love others with the love that God showed you by sending Jesus to the cross?